And, really, it's exciting, everybody's here, yay, so that's good. I don't know that that's happened for a while. Hey, that's really good. It's a New Year's resolution, right? Starting off the year.
Okay, we'll say that.
Where's the food?
Yeah.
I know, I thought about it. Need to look right at you.
Okay, if you guys would, just go ahead and bow your heads, please. Jesus, thank you for this day. We just thank you for all our many blessings, and just pray that you'll be with us in any decisions that need to be made tonight, and be with our community. And we just pray that you will help everyone in our community and our country just to come together and be at peace. And we just thank you for all that you do. We love you so much. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, if you can go ahead and look over the minutes from the December meeting.
Make a motion to accept. If I do anyone going?
I'll second
All right.
Okay, we had a motion and a second, so all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, and then the financials.
Make a motion to approve financials.
I second it.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. I don't really think I have anything to report on, so just like to see everybody, and hope everybody's year is starting off well, that we all have a good 2026. So,
Do you want me to go over this? So you can have it.
Sure, sure, yes.
I was able to have a meeting with Jerry, Daryl, and David King. He's a retired city worker. He's now an engineer, electrical engineer consultant for the city. They had talked, or Jerry and Daryl had both stopped by and talked about raising up the arch that we bought, taking the letters off of it for storage. And then at the meeting, we talked about different things that we could put up there, like K County Free Fair, Happy Birthday America, or, you know, just a variety of different things. So I've been looking into that, and it's not as easy as what I thought it might be. It can't be individual letters, I found out. David made the hometown Christmas for us, so I've asked him to come up with some quotes on, I don't know, I sent him 4 or 5 different ideas, and he's gonna do that, but it'll be about a month before he gets back to me. And anyway,
And then 27.
yeah, so, Merry Christmas next year, yeah. So anyway, I'm kind of in the process of that. But at the city's expense, they're going to raise it 4 feet so that even a semi with a load or big stacks could go under it and not hit it. So that's gonna be about $1,400 at city's expense to do that. Something else I talked about, Lori had seen the hometown Christmas arch.
They took
the
the
arch.
lights off.
They took the trees off and.
The lights.
Oh.
Will they put something there besides the trees? I mean, this was just, oh.
On the-
Sorry, I got.
I'm just
Like
looking
where
at
it
letters
says
right now.
Hometown Christmas, they'll take that down and then
They already
possibly
did.
put up
Yeah,
like
yeah, it's down.
Happy
in
Birthday
storage.
America or.
K
So,
County.
K County
It's something
Free
to go up
Fair.
this time?
It'd be cool
Well-
to have like firecrackers or
Yeah,
something.
It would be.
firecrackers or stars or.
I've gotta find somebody to make the letters first, because you don't want firecrackers down here with nothing there. You know, so,
Right.
first things first, but that's what we're working on
Did
now.
David?
Is the city wanting to, like, would they pay for that, for the letters? Or are
Well,
they wanting us to
We're
do
gonna
that?
see where it comes back as, because he stuffed up for so many other things, but we'll see what the cost is. And I emailed David, and he said it would be a little while, up to 2 weeks or so, which may be a month then, so. We'll wait till we get back
That's
from him.
exciting though. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
you
I
need to
think
have
it's a
that.
great
I do too.
thing. So I thought they'd, take it they like it so much, they wanna make more use of it year round, so I think that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Lori had suggested, because the walls are pretty nasty inside the 4-H building, and so I brought that up. I went with a little list of things to ask, because I don't get that audience very often. And Jerry said, well, that sounds like a good idea. The city did the outside, I think we should do the inside. Yes.
I had already talked to him about it.
Yeah.
I had talked to, Tracy. I talked
was
to
there.
Tracy and she said, well, talk to Jerry, so
Uh-huh.
I talked to Jerry about it. Because I said, I told him, you know, we wanted to get it painted and should we, I said, I don't know how to go about it. You know, I don't know if
And we
that's
have
like
to go out
on the
for
city
bids and-
side or us side. But I said, do we have to get like so many different bids, you know, as to
Yeah,
what it
we're
would
part of the
cost
city,
and all
so
that?
we have to go through a
Yeah.
bidding process, but he's gonna take care of that.
He is
said,
gonna
we
take
finish
care
the
of it."
outside, we'll do the inside as a capital project.
Cause I
Like-
told him we would take the greenery down.
And I
You
think
know,
we
that we
still
leave that
probably need
around
to
there.
do that,
Yeah.
if the time
We
comes.
probably don't want them to do it.
Yeah,
No, or spray it,
Yeah.
because they would.
yeah,
So,
so spray paint it.
While we were on a roll, or I felt pretty good about it, I said, you know, we've been talking about speakers downtown. And I said, back in the Janet era, and everybody kind of slumped down in their chairs, I said, I knew her, so I agree. But, Jerry said, well, I'd like to have that in the 100 block of north and the 100 block of south. He said that way the city building, you know, once we move, would be covered. I think that's a great idea. Daryl, look into get prices for speakers, and I think that could be a capital project. I'm like, man, I am on fire.
We'd also like.
Yeah, I was like, what more can I ask for that I don't have written down?
Did you tell him that we had already gone through that process before?
I did, but think of the technology changes in that amount of time. There's no comparison. So he's asked Daryl, it's been longer than that. He's asked Daryl, he wants
Okay.
Bluetooth, wireless, blah,
That's
blah,
what I
blah,
was
blah, blah,
gonna say.
so tag, they're it. So,
Let them figure it out.
I did tell him that you had recontacted the person before, and he said, no, that'd be our
Okay.
deal. I'm just gonna have Daryl look into that.
Okay.
So, we also talked about, at one time, we wanted to go 1 block further north and 1 block further south with the string lights. Well, the block south with the museum won't accommodate that. For one thing, I didn't realize, there wasn't a pole to
Yeah.
swoop, and there's that driveway. And he said, I can just see somebody pulling in there, you know, after hours and pulling them down and yada, yada. So, on the agenda later is cost for, you know, going, another block north. I asked him about the city's new website and how tourism could be included, and he said, get with Charles, no problem. So, I'll do that. And then, we talked about, this wasn't so great, but I didn't realize all there was to it, and that it was such a common issue about buildings downtown and out-of-state owners, and they're dilapidated, and we wanted to do something to kind of make them nicer, and he said, well, good luck with that. He said, I went to a legislative session in Oklahoma City where so many people have discussed, downtown windows and dilapidated, and he said, first of all, we can't force the merchant, or the building owners to do anything. I said, oh, I understand. I had a time when we did the painting, it was a, you know, it was a chore to get a hold of the people, and they didn't care,
Do
and
we still have all that
Oh, yeah.
information from who owns the buildings
I
and
do.
all that kind of stuff?
If they still own it.
right, if they still own them, one, and we have to clean up the windows that are painted on,
Right.
to use those same buildings. The ones I didn't hear from, I don't know that I'd ever hear from them. So, he said, the resolution down at the Capitol was, it's too close to, what did I put? I mean, he said it perfectly, and I didn't, separation, no,
Eminent domain.
government overreach. making anybody do anything, and obviously the city can't make them do anything.
Isn't there a code for it somewhere?
Ah, they don't care. So, anyway, if we could come up with something great for the building
If
owners that we
could-
can contact.
I was gonna say, if we could come up with something before we contacted them.
I think that'd be best.
You know, if we had an idea of what we wanted to do before we.
Even that vinyl
contacted them.
screen, like, you know, we had talked
Yeah.
about, I guess probably Casey and Ponca does that. I'm sure there's other companies, but, you know,
Is that
if we had our ducks in a
outside?
row.
Do you put that on the outside of the window?
I think
Or
just
is
on
it-
the
You
inside.
put it on the
Inside.
inside and you're gonna face vandalism like we have on the paint.
Is that
Yeah.
what they have at Blackwell High School that says,
Uh-huh.
St. Mary's across it? I think that's cool.
And I
Yeah,
think
it is
Casey
cool.
did that also.
Yeah.
But you have to get inside their buildings.
Right.
Or even instead of painting on the outside of the windows like we did, do like barn quilt type of things that could just be set in there, and then if someone else bought it, well, they could give it back to us, or, you know, they didn't, wouldn't have to leave it in there.
Or
So
even
it's kind of
something we could put on
removable.
brown paper like Hutton's did. They put brown paper on their windows, but I guess they painted on the
Looks
brown paper
better
before
than
they
just-
looked it up there. It looks better than
nothing.
looking at junk.
Yeah. I mean, Clark Estes said, you know, back when we were, doing it to his building, you know, he has the one now that, I mean, it looks, the cheerleaders came and
Oh.
painted on it, you
They're
know.
working on that
But
one.
he said, huh,
They're working on that.
they are?
I've seen somebody go in there.
Okay, well, I hope, he
Which one's
said as long
Clark?
as we, well, it's where the printing,
It's
where the
South,
printing box
like,
Well, not
business
the
was.
And on
printing
the west
shop.
side.
like that
Flash.
first one past
Yeah,
that
it's the
little
next
drive.
one.
Okay,
I mean, he's,
for Wallace,
Up there, it's where?
it's right that block, right, the block south. of
You know
here,
where
just right on
the cable
west side of the
thing,
street.
the cable thing is, and then there's that drive, it's
Okay.
but like the
It
first
used to
one.
be, they had,
Wallace.
yeah,
Yeah. And then
That's
like-
way back before a lot of.
And then that was
Wait,
like,
Wallace,
well,
what? I don't
I
remember
mean,
that.
when Mr. Carr.
I remember the print
Mr.
shop.
Carr was in
Remember
the
Miss Wallace
print
there?
shop.
In the print shop.
English
And
teacher.
when I was in high school, we were still.
Remember?
Her husband had a
We go in there and get our
reupholster
little,
shop.
Oh,
yeah, we had to go get our little.
Remember it being
little
reupholstered.
Yeah.
supplies in there.
that's where it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Estes had it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that
I
right?
don't remember any furniture store there, I
Yeah.
thought we just had West
It was
Side.
JC's and then Clark, you know, has it, and so he said, as long as I don't sell
Well,
it,
my
but if he's,
son-in-law
I mean, if somebody's working on it,
Right,
maybe I
in the
can.
building with the bare printing, it was right up there like that.
Well,
I said, yeah, you got.
I
special
happened on a thing on Facebook, I've been on it for a long time, and it's called Revitalize or Die. And
Yeah.
it's, if you wanna get on there and read, it's very interesting,
It is
it's all
good.
about redoing your downtowns, or it's all about communities, and, they have some good ideas, I mean, some of it's a little out of our, you know, but he makes a lot of sense a lot of times about code enforcement, and, you know, what your community needs to do to improve, and he goes around and speaks around the United States. You know, he has a book.
Is he, I haven't seen it for a while, you know how stuff comes through every once in a while, and is he, where's he at? Do you-
I don't know. I just pulled it up, but.
I
So,
finished
is there
that.
anything like about this, do you guys have like any ideas or thoughts about what she just was talking about the meeting with Jerry, or?
Did he say anything about the banners?
Yes. And it was, we're still considering. Still being considered.
Can we use that as a marketing tool?
about the what, George?
The banners?
The
Oh, the
Doolin
banners.
banner.
Because they were aware that they weren't gonna work there, yet they installed them, I think they had some liability as well.
Well, they didn't use the Romans, if they would've, you know, the Roman, the corners, they used the poles, But they also have grommets and, you know, if they would've sprinkled higher, but I don't know. It's really windy out there.
It is windy, and we have talked in the past, and they would move them in further towards town, maybe, Main Street to 13th,
Yeah.
which would, you know, there would be some windbreak there with the businesses and stuff.
Oh, yeah, they'd be fine. All the others are doing great. There's all sorts of south that we can
South Main Street.
do. Yeah.
But they're bigger. I don't know how that would
Yeah, it would require,
different poles. I don't know.
You can't do it on your one, on this side?
that's what we had
We
talked
talked
about,
about.
and, you know, he's conceded that, yeah, what the businesses and all, it would be more a windbreak, because there's absolutely nothing out there. They look good for, yeah.
It was a little.
But anyway, it was a neat meeting, and
Yeah. Yeah. I think it sounds real exciting what they're wanting to do, so.
Thank you for doing that.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, guys, we're on number 6. The baseball guys, you know, have come and helped us a few times to get things well for the Christmas event. And, they are sent out their, wanting a donation, you know, if we would like to do that, to the Blackwell Home Run Club. We've done this, you know, for some other groups too. And it's just if you guys, there's, we could do an appreciation donation, any amount, I guess really, or you could do a 6-banner for $300 or.
How much did we,
200 last year.
200?
And we ended up with a banner out of the fence.
Really not. Is that the fly catchers?
No, this is for the high school.
So what do you guys,
You
need
think
to
we
discuss
gotta
it and see if what we would
Do a
like to do.
donation, do they need other things if we already have a banner, like, do
I
they
don't know
do
if
it
they're
for,
reusing banners or not.
or I was gonna say for like equipment, or I know they had things for
That's
like
what this is
uniforms.
It says, the income we receive on these advertisements will provide for replacing worn out and damaged equipment such as catcher gear, helmets, baseballs, bats, and other equipment needed for practice and games, and middle school, high school uniforms and hats.
That's what I,
And this says up here at the top though, the Home Run Club is writing to ask if you would be willing to purchase a banner. Which, so, I mean, I'm assuming that they, I don't know if they kept, I mean, that'd be good for them, because then they wouldn't have to do another one. You know, if they were gonna put up a new banner, they could just, sounds like if you,
didn't have a banner, maybe they can use ours and we can donate for equipment and uniforms or whatever they need.
They have helped us, right?
Mhm.
On our Christmas and-
And something else, was it?
we were gonna talk to them about helping us take the Christmas trees upstairs, you know, too, afterwards, but
George had a star
George,
player.
yeah, had us, so we just kinda jumped it, I mean, you know, did that, but I'm sure they would've. I can't
No,
remember if they
absolutely.
came to help with,
Was it Marty?
The
Cinco
wrestlers
de
came and
Mayo,
helped with
because
the
I know
Christmas.
we had some football players come and help with that.
The wrestlers came and helped with Christmas issue.
Didn't they? Yeah.
They did the hay.
The
Yeah.
straw
They
bales,
did that,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
I think we should support them. We should make that donation, but we really need to know if we have a banner. Or not. We can reuse.
Like
You
the
sent a
one
text.
that, Mark,
No, Billy's leading coach.
no.
I make a motion we give a donation of $200 and tell them that we have a banner. I would buy them a banner.
Yeah, see if
Well,
they,
if they have
See if they
one,
can
though.
reuse that banner that they have.
And then we give them a $200 check and they can use it for equipment.
yeah, that's what I think.
I'll second
Is
it.
that good with you, Brenda?
Well, they might not put your banner up if you
That's what I thought, if we made it maybe like, no more
I'm
than
just saying, if they're
300
saying $300
donation.
for a banner, and we give them $200, it's gonna be real hard for them to say, do we put the banner
Do
up
we
because
put-
these other people gave us
Right, that's what I
$300,
thought.
or do we not? Yeah.
A maximum of $300.
And this is the discussion part, so.
You wanna revise your, what
You
up
could
to
do it to,
300?
I'm just saying, you could, I don't know. Can you, like in the motion, can you say, if they're
Change their mind.
willing to use the banner,
Oh, yeah.
You
She can
know,
withdraw her,
Absolutely.
then we could do $200. If they aren't, then if you guys wanna do $300, I mean, I don't know. That's just an idea.
I'm with the Daniel, I think we should go for 300, just to make sure we don't make a ban.
I don't, I mean, if you just wanna give them 200, it's fine, I'm just saying, we're not gonna give a banner for 200, I'm just guessing,
Right.
but I don't know.
Do they leave that up during the
Flycatcher?
summer
Yes.
with the flycatchers?
As far as I recall, all summer.
I wonder last year if we gave 200, like if, so if they've just gone up 100, you think? I don't
Probably.
remember it.
That's what I
Wouldn't be
would guess.
surprised.
Yeah.
So it makes so expensive.
So,
Couldn't we say, hey, if we give you 200 for equipment, will you still put the banner up? Or do we need to
Make a new banner.
make it, you know, is
There's
that
like
100 for
300
the
for the
cost?
banner.
Is that 100 for the cost, extra 100 the cost for the banner?
that's how much the banner is.
To see.
what shape is the old one?
Well, that's what-
That's what we don't know.
Yeah, it seems kind
6
of,
foot by 8 foot.
why would they
It's gonna be more than
buy
100.
another banner for us if they already have one for us?
That's what
I'd rather the money go to stuff that they use, you know?
Well, that's what we need to know, if they
Yeah.
can come,
So could the motion be to spend up to $300 for a
For
new
a
banner
banner
if
and
the old one
a-
can't be reused? And then if it can be reused, then the $300 donation goes to equipment.
Or if they can use the old banner, we'll give them $200.
Well, I mean, because it's hard to
Let's write this
know.
all down.
I mean, it's hard to know if, because there could be, I mean, I'm just throwing this out there too. They could think if you donated last year, I mean, if you were a person that donated last year, then they might go ahead and use your, if you donate again. I mean, it might not be a thing of, we're not going to, that banner's already been purchased once. You know, so it might be you already purchased a banner, kinda like we did on Cinco de Mayo. It's like you were kinda grandfathered in. If you had been here the year before, we didn't charge you to set up your booth. I mean, it could be something like that too. I mean, I don't
that's what I'm
know.
thinking.
It'd be nice if we knew
In
because,
the letter, they asked for $300 for a banner, correct?
But there's not, well, that's just a generic that they send out to everybody, so
Right.
it doesn't matter if you,
So if
Buy
we,
it.
if we
Yeah.
make the motion of up to $300, and then Sherry can find out for sure which way, like if they already have the banner, then can we just take 200 as a donation to them?
How about
Or,
$300, up to $300 and leave it to Sherry's discretion? How?
I think
Oh my
that's a
gosh, we
great
want a
idea.
banner.
So it's on your shoulders.
Thanks.
Well,
Do we need to
so
have-
Brenda has to
Yes,
withdraw that
I-
motion.
okay, I
and
withdraw,
then
I amend my
motion
motion
is-
to up to $300. And Sherry's gonna check on banner stats.
I'll second it.
okay, any other discussion on that? Simple? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay, let's see, okay, number 7. Okay, our lease agreement with the city, with the chamber, our office space. You guys have that, do you have a copy of it, like in the back of your packet? Lori.
All right, thank you.
I don't really think can you guys help me, I do have to read through this real quick. I think it doesn't change anything about the amount of our rent, it's still $500 a month due on the first of each month. It's a 1-year contract, or office space agreement, I should say.
Can we enter into this as an entity in the city? We have to have city's approval. You understand what I'm saying?
There is city representation on the chamber board. I'll clarify, and we can go ahead and
Yeah.
vote, take our action, but I will clarify that.
Yeah, I'd hate to,
Well, the United Outreach got an updated lease today also, or we talked about it in our meeting. And, I don't know what Sherry is doing for a phone, because during that meeting I found out there's no landline here anymore. So part of the rent that we were paying at United Outreach and at Tourism was phone used to be
Service.
included in that. So, you know,
Can you not have a phone?
there's no landline, they have a cell phone or something now that they're using instead.
So did they take the phone out, the landline out?
So,
They did, but I don't think it was stopped during the time because I just think they were trying to figure out a way to solve their problem and they didn't think about how it was gonna affect. I really think if everybody would meet together that we could come up to something.
Well,
so I
it's
don't
this-
know, Sherry, have you been using your personal phone or what have you been doing? Cause
Well, that's
Stacy's
not
been
right.
doing that, but you know,
Right.
sometimes she has to have discussions with people that perhaps she doesn't want them to know, or I don't know. But anyway, so that is a service that used to be included in the rent that's no longer. And when people were gone, you know, maybe Sherry answered the phone for Stacy sometime or vice versa, and I don't know how that's happening anymore, I guess
Yeah,
it's
and-
not happening.
Let me just tell you, because the museum doesn't have a landline anymore. Everybody calls and says, what is going on?
They do have a
They-
landline, but it's just a different number.
That's what they told me.
Listen, they need a different number. It's not the
It's-
one.
Well, it's probably not a landline,
It's probably
a
her
cell
phone.
It's her cell phone number, I
It's
bet
not her
you.
cell phone, because I have her cell phone number too, and she gave me a different number. She said they have a different number because that other phone company was charging too much.
Well, when
Anyway,
people come in town and they're looking for someplace, and there's no way for them to get a hold of, I mean, we're gonna kill ourselves, is what we're gonna do. Because if people can't reach you, they'll just
Now, the
move
number
on.
did say the same. 3634195 is on a cell phone now.
But it's just
It's,
No,
technically this
Does she take
chamber
that
number
down?
now
I
only,
mean,
isn't
whenever
it?
she leaves,
does she what?
she take that with her, or do you?
Sometimes.
Here? So you're without a phone then? If she takes
See, I
that?
don't,
So, Leanne, you think it can be
No, that's.
worked
not
out
right.
after
I
more
think
discussion?
don't you think if we met with, if Sherry and Stacy met with Andrew, that we could work that
I
out?
think so.
well, like she said, that was included in this
I think it was
rent.
just a.
Yeah,
That's
just a decision that was made and really not completely
Thought
thought
out.
through
Let
about it.
me ask you this,
But are you still having trouble with like the paper and stuff using the
Oh,
copy
no,
machine?
no, that's,
that was.
it's all good. It's in the contract. We
When
get to
is
use copy.
when is Stride moving into their new building? And is the
I asked
city
that question today.
moving into the,
July is what I was told.
I'm sorry?
They're being told July, but
Yeah, I was gonna
that's,
say
if
that's,
everything is
if everything stays on track.
track, yeah, July.
And you don't have bad weather.
But
Why
then,
w-
is that
okay.
even with them changing over the computer system to that building?
They'll just check the server.
That's what,
It's just a big server rack that they put.
why would we wanna stay here if we can we move into the city limits?
There has been mention, not directly to me.
Why go this route if
If we could do that.
But are they gonna do
Then I would
anything?
say
Is there gonna be
Once
room?
they pour, or
I
the,
don't
strike
know.
the bank whenever they?
Yeah.
They're gonna have a bunch of room over there.
Can we
Like
do it?
an office
Can we
for,
do a month-to-month agreement?
They'll have to bring it to code, and it is not to code.
Well, let's see, what would a year be?
6,000.
6,000. I mean, there's plenty of room
There's a lot.
there,
That's a
just
big
depending on if the city.
How they do it.
Well, it depends on
just
how
like-
they fix
Write
it
that
too.
down, hey, write that down,
Thursday.
Thursday. You guys got something?
Sherry, write that down for us to ask Jerry if that is a possibility of
But
us
when? That would be
moving into.
I'm just saying a
Moving
year
the
really
data.
is probably,
not gonna
They're
happen.
gonna do.
No, you're probably right. It,
I mean,
it
this
would
will
probably
probably
take
be
a year by the time.
It's gonna take a lot of remodeling and a lot of
Updating.
updating, because it is not to code.
cause they're gonna wanna be totally in there before somebody else does anything.
Yeah.
That's just,
when does,
So
when
maybe
does the
this
chamber
would be
want
our,
to?
like,
The next-
last year or something,
So maybe a year.
yeah.
Yeah.
When does the chamber want to?
Oh, they want to sign a contract.
I mean, like today?
Oh, I told them it was on the agenda,
Well,
We can't.
it's technically
January.
begin in January, it technically begins on January 1st. So, but that was just one concern that United Outreach had is now we don't have phone service.
Right.
And it's not fair to share
It
it.
is good.
I didn't realize that.
And it's hard for people to come in town and try to reach somebody with not knowing everybody's cell phone.
Yeah.
There should be a
It's just-
phone.
Well.
Was
And it
that
was-
just and I don't know, because I wasn't here when all this started, so like, was that just a kind of an understood agreement about the phones and everything?
I think it was in the lease.
So there used
I
to be
thought
a
it used to
lease
be
like
in the
this?
lease. Well, today, when we were talking about, someone said no, at United Outreach, someone said no, they didn't actually have a physical lease,
Yeah.
and I didn't go back and look through my
that's,
old
that,
stuff.
didn't we have physical?
Not that I
before? Yeah.
recall.
I've
think so.
never
Not
seen
since I've
one
been
since
here.
I've been on it, but I
That's
mean, I haven't been on
because
this for.
Our new
that many
president
years.
rents buildings out, and so he just feels like there should be a lease,
Yeah, there
just like
should
someone
be.
got money stolen and,
Yeah,
just to protect everybody. You know, we're covering this and you're covering that kind of thing, so.
yeah.
And a formality.
But we noticed in our lease, which is very similar to this, we had some like things that were, like it said, one of our activities at the United Outreach was tourism, so, you know, we had some changes that we had to make, yeah. So, I was gonna read through it tomorrow, cause I didn't know we were getting it, and I had stuff to do this afternoon, so. Because instead of just saying usage of a copier, it has a specific thing, so I'm like, well, technically, if they didn't have that model of copier anymore,
We couldn't
they
use
could
the
say,
copier, right.
yeah, they could say that, I mean, it's not saying they would, but I didn't understand why that was in there, but I really didn't get to look at it, other than when during our meeting, so. We didn't, and we didn't have a quorum, so we couldn't vote on ours at United Outreach today, so. But anyway. And there was one other thing I had noticed is, it's a boilerplate clause in number 16, where it says, if there's a default or whatever, the breaching party has to pay all attorney fees. Well, that's one of those things they put into, like, your credit card contract, and it, you know, it says, you have to go to Delaware if you wanna fight a lawsuit with this, so I don't know. But like I said, I had something else to do this afternoon, and I didn't really read that great, just during the meeting. So we didn't execute our lease today.
maybe we should table it until next month.
What you gonna do,
And
kick
then
us out?
beyond that'll give you,
I gotta see if we can meet with you, so.
Okay.
Yes, he'll try to meet with you before Thursday, and contact you.
Okay. We'll just table that till then.
table it till next month.
Okay.
Just
Beyond,
because
that'll
say
give
we
you
don't
enough time to
understand.
look at it.
Well, I've been very. Really easy to work with, that was my big deal.
Oh, oh, sorry.
Thank you.
So, okay, so Lori made a motion to table this until February. Was there a second on that?
Second.
Brenda second.
Okay.
Okay, is there, okay, so all those in favor of tabling the lease until, February's meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Number 8 is just, we had, asked, well, Lori to go over and sign, to be a signer on our checking account. She went and tried to do that, but they said we need to have,
It in the minutes.
yes, in the minutes approving that, so that's what this is just that,
I'll make a motion to add Lori to the checking
I
account.
second it.
okay?
Aye.
Is there any discussion on that? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Anybody opposed? Okay. Then number 9.
Sherry.
Okay, I'm ready. It takes 6 strands per side. No, it takes 6 strands per block. 6 strands is $177.60. I think it'd be a good idea to order extra strands. So a cost of 9 is $266.40 and a cost of 12 is $355.20.
When the extra strands gonna go, or these?
Just in case we have an accident or.
Okay, so we haven't decided if we're gonna go another block that way.
That would be,
This is,
6 strands would accommodate 1 more block north. And they've checked the poles and they're fine with that. So we need 6 to go 1 more block north. But I think it'd be a good idea to have some extra strands on hand. It's just up to you on how many extra. you
Is the
want.
one that at the museum, is that the only area that we can't, like, like if we go south a little bit, like to the fairgrounds per se, I mean, just, can we?
oh, I don't know, you're getting a lot of driveways there.
Yeah, where that storage facility is, you probably couldn't do it in that, on that
way.
side. And maybe on the other side where the old elevator and now the journal is, I don't know if you could do it
Thank you.
there.
So,
But
I'm
maybe
trying
you
to
could do
think
it in
where
the
they
block.
stop now. Where do they stop north? Do they stop?
At
You
my
have-
block.
At your corner.
Yeah.
They go
Across the street, there is a
out
drive-in there, I mean, next to the cliff, the Heritage Place.
Yes, but
Oh,
there,
it'd be dumb to drive
there's
in.
not, I
It's
don't
not
think
on
there's
Main
any
Street.
trucks going in there because,
Maybe use the alley.
yeah.
Oh,
and
there's
they-
the drive-through on the side over there. It's not on the Main Street, is it?
All
By
I'm
the-
saying is I just
there's a
love it.
drive
Go
in-
into Shine.
There's a drive between the
Yeah,
market
that's
and
nice. I just love
Cliff
it. I
Drive.
just.
Are we
love to
getting
do it.
ready?
On Main
Discounted
Street.
with-
I mean, I just love, I just
I
would
do
love
like
to
'em
do
too.
more if we could, just because I think it looks so good.
Oh, I think a light trumps the banner any day.
Yeah.
I
I
just
just
don't know,
like
when you get
lighting.
down there and go off and
You
you're
have
gonna
a
have
question about
semis.
discounts?
So that,
Yeah, I was just
that
trying to
block
think, like,
north
where
is
we-
gonna be the last one
Yeah,
north you
it
can
really
go.
is. Daryl has looked at the poles.
Yeah, okay.
Are you getting a
Well-
discount for multiple strands?
Not from
Okay,
Amazon,
extra.
they don't care.
So we need at least 6, but then,
3 more, that'd be 9, and she said that.
266.40.
yeah, I didn't know if they were not used, if they lost part of their, I don't know how that works, but, yeah. I definitely in favor of getting 6 and probably, and some additional, but I still. But 9 versus 12 or 12, right? If they,
I think 9 or 12 is both great, and, you know, if they can figure out a way to put more at the fairgrounds, I think that'd be great.
On the gates going in, is there a way to go?
I think
We did it in
lights
front of the one, but going in.
So good.
And it looks so cool.
Yeah, the
Going in, and then
fairgrounds,
maybe one.
the fairgrounds would be great. More
So
fairgrounds would be
maybe
wonderful.
12.
Even if, could we do like on Blackwell Street, a block east and a block west?
That would look good too. I'm all for more lights, so.
And then we can
Bye,
go to
Molly.
the library.
I think the
I
fairgrounds
mean,
would look really
just-
good.
Well, one thing to kind of think about, we have, you know, we had budgeted $20,000 on our Christmas display, and we ended up spending 15 because of, our problem, you know, that we ran into. So we do have some money to spend on that. I mean, I don't know, I guess Daryl, would be a question, I mean, yeah, Blackwell Street would be great. I mean, if we could go
A
a block or
east
two, and then
and a
some of
block
the
west.
fairgrounds would look great. I mean,
I'll make a
More the
motion
better.
to buy 12
I know the families
new,
are too.
new string lights.
How many?
12.
Okay.
Guess we can start
That's
there and
6.
let him know
Yeah.
where, because I don't know if he could do it.
I don't know either. He's gonna have to look at the poles and
Yes.
the alleys and the
Just say,
this
we
and
have
that.
all these lights we'd love for you to put up.
Yeah.
Where's a good spot?
Yeah, the
So I
lights just
guess
look
at
so
least
pretty.
A 12 for now.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
so, okay, who
She
made the
made the
motion,
motion, I
Dion?
seconded
I did.
And Brenda seconded?
Or,
Whoever. Mitzi, oh, I had Mitzi down, did
Okay.
you?
Yeah, I had
yeah,
Mitzi
that's
down.
okay.
Okay, so all those in favor of purchasing 12 strings of lights, say aye. Anybody opposed? Okay,
And, additionally, you talked about, you know, we had that $5,000 left, and we've spent $355 out of it, but I thought perhaps, depending on the bids that come back for the additional lighting for the arch, we could utilize.
Lettering. and
Yes, we
stuff.
could utilize the remaining. Do we, how do you wanna, well, we'll just handle that in February, surely I'll have something back.
Wait until we have like an estimate. of
Yeah.
Yeah.
See where we are.
okay, let's see, oh, and then number 10, it's time to go back and, report at to do our quarterly report at the council meeting
That's
on
on the
February
19th.
19th. So is there anybody that is willing to do that?
I'll do it. I think I've done it the last 3 times.
I was gonna say, yeah, but I
But I
can't be
don't
there.
mind.
I
Okay.
can't be there, Lori. You'll have to get somebody else to
Get
get
me
you out
my
there.
moral support.
So they can't be there.
As long as Sherry types me
I'll
up.
type it
Yeah,
up.
so she's good at reading it.
Yeah,
We would, why?
and it's, yeah, really, and it doesn't take that long.
No.
you know,
And it's
and go
not,
read it
it's
and
not
leave,
bad.
and it's not bad.
Is there anyone else
But
that
thank
could go with
Thank
Lori?
you. I will go if it's not, if I'm not, that's Whitney's birthday, so, you know, other than that,
I might be able to do, I guess.
Okay, so good, Leanne's gonna go?
I said maybe.
Yeah.
She's gotta check her
And we,
schedule.
I make a motion that she
Yeah.
goes.
I can't put into words the look she gave you when she said maybe.
Yeah.
It only takes a few minutes.
Yeah. it's not
I've
bad.
done golf before, so, you know.
Okay, well, thank you for doing that. And really, on number 11 is just really,
What we already talked about.
yeah, we've kind of talked about that already. And then, number 12, okay, and Andrew Sappenfield came by and talked to to Sherry, and he is ready to sell his sound equipment that he has, and then, of course, he's got ours, and he's been storing ours. So I called him, well, first I called Cindy Ford, because, and she said to call you too, Nancy, and after I talked to Andrew, I said, that was during the afternoon, I knew you were gonna be busy then too, but Cindy was telling me what she thought was ours, and then Andrew said, yes, you guys have 2 big speakers, 2 small speakers, the sound system, microphones, a microphone stand, and a soundboard. And, so he said, you know, he's not in a big rush or anything, he didn't know, he wanted to give us first dibs if we're wanting to buy his. He didn't know though how much he was really even thinking, I mean, he was gonna send me an email, but I don't think I've gotten one
How,
from him yet.
what all does he have? That's different.
That's where he was supposed to send me a thing, but I don't think he has yet. You know, I talked to him about the meeting tonight, so I don't really know yet, you know, what, he's gonna send a list of what he has that's for sale and how much he's wanting and, you know, all that.
So he's not
So
gonna keep
really-
ours any longer either?
He's
He
not,
wants
he
to-
wants us to find another place to store
So
it.
are we needing stronger, more, or what?
I
Well, we
mean-
used his and we used ours when we used it.
We use both?
So we already have a soundboard and
Yeah.
speakers and stuff?
Yeah, he's essentially using ours.
Yeah, so I was gonna say.
I don't know, see, that's where, he was gonna send a list of what all he has that's
Because you
not
said we had 2
ours.
big speakers, 2 small, a microphone, a soundboard, and what else?
Microphone stand is the only
Um,
thing you didn't mention that I got.
Microphone, microphone, and soundboard, 2 big speakers, 2 small speakers is what?
2 big, 2 small, microphone stand,
And
microphone stand,
microphones
and
and
soundboard.
I said, do
Is
you
it
have any
still in
idea?
this trailer?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said, do you have any idea, like, just a guesstimate about, like, how big an area that we would need? And he said, well, he didn't really know. He said, I'd say at least, 10 foot,
It looks like a 6x10 trailer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About that?
something.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like that.
Guesstimating.
It's probably 6x10 or something.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
That
any
was
longer
what,
than 10.
that was what we used at the swimming pool,
Mhm.
correct, when we unloaded
Yeah.
all that
Yeah.
stuff? Okay.
So what
That
does he
wasn't on
have
the
other
front.
than what we have?
I don't
More
know. He didn't,
speakers and
he hasn't
He
sent
has
me
more
the email.
speakers?
Yeah, his,
How much is he wanting for his?
we don't know.
He doesn't
No,
know
we
what
really
we're
he
didn't
didn't say.
So we really can't, we put it
Table
on
it
here
till
because,
next
yeah,
month.
it's,
We'll
yeah,
have to
because
table
he
it.
didn't send it.
And maybe
so-
we could start thinking about,
It's not that
where to store it at. Leanne's barn, Leanne's
It's
gonna have to,
full.
Leanne's gonna have to build another barn. I mean,
Tell Brad to step up and build another.
Take your combine out of there so we can put our stuff.
Yeah, we've
You
got
gonna store it
priorities in.
upstairs or anything?
You couldn't do
You-
those
you wouldn't want
speakers.
to.
You couldn't do that.
They are
Really,
so hit, well, they're
it-
on that dolly. The
Yeah,
tiny
it
ones
took
are
us,
the-
it
I mean,
took
they
us
sit on a wheeled
forever, I
cart.
mean,
They're
they
heavy.
were heavy trying to get them wheeled from
Just-
the street into the pool.
Yeah. Yeah, it really needs to, the trailer was ideal, because you could roll it up the ramp, because
But
that's where,
he owns the trailer,
yes.
Uh-huh.
but he wants to sell it all, he just doesn't know how
Well, I
much.
guess, see how much he wants for the trailer.
Then where are you gonna park it, Lori?
Heck, yeah.
That's a
Leanne's
I mean-
barn.
We could probably do that.
We got room.
We don't have anywhere though in our house that's like, you would want speakers.
No,
But
it's a
a
storage
trailer
building,
would be
it's an
okay to
old
park in our house,
classroom, and
yes.
it just got
That
stuff
would be
full.
fine, but
It's one of those
I was thinking,
separate
we've got
rooms.
those sheds, but they are not,
No, it's not speaker proof.
no,
It's like
I would
it
be
was a
scared to death.
trailer, it was a classroom, it was
the
outside.
trailer
dirty,
Kind of-
rained
I mean, it
on.
was a,
Yeah.
Possibly.
what do I wanna
Who
say?
knows?
Rats.
Whatever
I
it
thought
is.
everything might get in
Yes.
there.
yes, yes.
Cords.
And
Yeah.
there's
I know.
no
We've
window
got-
in the
yeah.
door, But,
Kitty,
yeah,
just a
it's-
couple of Kitty's trucks,
Yeah,
that
it's
just
just
runs
one
out behind the shop, that he uses for big deliveries and stuff like that, went out there and had to start it. When you start, yes,
Oh,
a
yeah.
big
they-
old nest and they had chewed the wires
Do
and.
you guys ever put like barbate or anything under the hoods while they sit there?
Well, he is now.
Oh, okay.
Well, and part of the reason with that is the new the wiring they've been using on cars since about 2020-ish is made with soybean products. And
Oh,
so
so it
the
tastes good.
insulation, yeah,
So
I-
somehow or another,
They
they,
smell-
I've never been hungry enough to.
Yeah.
This is a burger.
I know someone
Obviously.
that, I read about someone in a farm magazine, they completely, the insurance completely just, whatever you call it, when something isn't any good no more, because, yeah, total, a tractor because of the damage done because of that wire. So I expect someone to do a class at Succeed about that wire, because that's what.
That's the best stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
using
messy
barbate,
or-
how much?
they're using soybean where we're gonna park it,
And then
Yeah.
rats and.
Yeah, co-op used to do it.
Yeah,
Now I
it's
haven't
soybean,
did that.
it's soybean products.
I know, and honestly, I don't know if he's wanting to sell a trailer or not. It could just be the equipment, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
He just said, I'll just send you a list of
Not like
Yeah.
a
Very-
package.
There's,
Yeah.
it's
it's like it just came on.
But I thought
It's already been on.
Yeah, it was cold earlier in here.
Right now, I feel like.
It's blowing
Okay,
cold air.
blowing cold air.
Well, guys, hey, so anyway, we need to
Part
just,
of your
we're just
rate.
table.
No fun, but we'll give you air conditioning in January.
Okay, so table that and then go
Table
to.
that. Okay, is there any other new business? Sorry, not me, I'm freezing.
Yeah. I know.
It's feast or famine.
Yeah. Anything else anybody has?
Public comment, I was just going to point out that Cinco de Mayo is in 4.5 months. And it's the 205th anniversary of
The country.
us, so if we wanna think about
Cesspit
something
Centennial,
for
is that right?
Sespa,
No, but,
Deca Sesquicentennial or
is that
something.
good? I thought it
I
was
wish
Cesspit.
we could.
I don't know what it is.
That's a mouthful.
It's a really
The
weird
Lutheran
word.
Church,
I think it's
they
more than
put on their
sesquicentennial.
little thing that we could combine.
Yeah, so I just
I don't
wanted to
know
point
how.
those two things out.
I'm glad you said that, really. So really,
But we have
So-
flycatcher coming up too.
so we need to, yeah, we really need to start meeting, don't we? Yeah. About Cinco de Mayo.
We do have some people, like the guy, we've already got him booked, right?
Edward.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
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 Robot.
T.O. is the DJ.
Yeah, the DJ.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
You know the guy.
We've given them a deposit, yes.
Okay. Because that was a big one last year, we just about missed. And weren't we gonna try to find some dancers or something?
And Edward has been a really good, valuable source for that committee, and he knows people. Hector, what? Hector?
She,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
no, her,
I've been calling him around the whole
she
time.
always calls him
I
Hector.
always call him Hector.
He probably answered to it, he's a smart
He
guy.
does, he laughs every time.
So when did we decide we were doing it though?
Well, the official day,
I
Well,
know,
we could
that's
adjourn,
where,
that
we
Saturday.
could probably adjourn and
Okay.
take.
okay. Okay, all right,
I make a motion, are you finished? I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay.
Thank you.
so the date is the Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Tuesday. No,
Is
right?
it? Cinco de Mayo is on a Tuesday, so what,
Oh,
We did it on the.
May
The
first.
Saturday before,
it's usually always the first Saturday and then,
so that would be May 2nd.
We did it on the third.
21st is a Friday. We did on Saturday.
What goes on around here really on a Saturday night?
DJ's got
On
us
the
down for it.
Oh, yeah.
Except.
That's the deciding factor.
So you
Yeah,
would
I mean,
have
there's
to
nothing
tell
that
them.
really goes on that we couldn't have on Saturday night, right?
Um,